Hello and welcome back to Dipley's Family Farm. The last video I put up was from a long time ago, so it's been 2 weeks since I gave kind of an update of what's going on over here. Got big news. Chickens are out on pasture. This week we finally got the chickens out of the brooder and out onto pasture in the chicken tractor for a couple of days, and just today we let them free range around the pasture. So this is how they're going to be for the next couple of weeks. 3 weeks left in all. Short little time with them, I know. We had an action-packed last 2 weeks sorting these out and getting them all ready, and also we managed to come around full circle on our grazing. We are back in the first place where we started rotational grazing about 45 days ago, and the grass is really coming on now. Weather has picked up and everything is looking good. So hope you enjoyed this video and we'll see you in the next one. So that's another pasture move complete. It was a 1 day pasture during the last time. This time I might give them 2 days in this pasture. It was a bit bigger, and I've got the added bonus of having the bushes there. They go to town on the bushes, and here at the bottom we have some of the lambs eating some leaves already. But there's not very much grass down there. There's a little bit of clover here. I'd like to see a lot more of that. But no, the grass is still not doing very well. The temperatures are starting to come up, but we need a bit of fertilization. I've got some farmyard manure coming in the next maybe week or two, depending on how dry the ground is. At the minute, not very. We had some heavy showers and we're a bit waterlogged, but I hope that added boost of farmyard manure will give it a bit of a perk up and start the grass grow. We have had a full nearly 24 hours of rain, and there's maybe another full day or 2 days of rain coming as well. So we're going to leave these guys out in the field, even though it's pretty wet at the minute. But we're bringing the 3 youngest lambs down to the shed to keep them in for the night, for the next 2 or 3 days, just to keep them dry. Now these little lambs in quarantine will definitely be happy to see some fresh grass coming into them as well. They have been getting hay, but there's nothing like fresh grass. Here is the little sick yo, but she's not very sick anymore. We've been giving her medicine. We went to the vet and sorted us out with some medicine, and it seems to be working. It's a lot more lively and it's actually drinking its bottles again. The weather's supposed to pick up over the next couple of days, so maybe in about 3 or 4 days these lambs will be going back out onto pasture again. I'm sure they'll be very happy. So it's Saturday afternoon and I'm just down here to feed the lambs and have a look at the chickens, see if everything's alright. And unfortunately, somebody has not made it. That is number 3. So, or no, sorry, that's number 4 so far out of 100. So hopefully that's the end of it now. Usually after this date, maybe when they go out on pasture again, might get another mortality or 2 just because of the shock of going out into the wild. And yeah, so it's not good. Poor old boy or girl didn't make it. I was just up on my brother-in-law's farm there, and he had swords of grass and clover. So I said, I don't have any of that type of stuff down here, so I'll pick a little bit and I'll give to the chickens. Just to get them introduced to some greens before they go out on pasture. We should start picking away now. They're a bit hesitant at the minute. But yeah, they'll be eating lots more grass from now on. There's a massive thunderstorm coming. Lots of lightning, lots of thunder. See how much rain it brings. The lambs are getting great entertainment, knocking down the branches and eating the leaves off this sally bush. They've done a really good job. I wish I had done a before and after picture. So here is the chicken tractor in which I raised 3 years of chickens in, so 1 batch each year. It's a big monstrosity of a yoke. It's 10 foot by 12 foot, so it's going to be quite big getting down the road. But I just have to take these little axles off it to make it a bit smaller, and then we'll see how it goes. Yeah, just to make it a bit thinner. They'll get caught in something. Yeah, some fellas don't mud gear. Put here to the side of some fellas. Come in up with them for you, ruffle it. Huh? Come in them for you. Hey. That's with the weather, did you? Yeah, you go to it. Things like that, yeah, it's alright, but yeah, good enough, like. Red line. Oh yeah. So there we have it. She's ready for the road. Wish us luck. Like a familiar part of the country. Look where we have successfully landed. Brilliant, delighted with that. I am just down here in the pasture, the little paddock where I first started the rotational grazing. So it's about 30 days or a bit more than 30 days. And I have to put up a bit of a gate here to finish off this field. So I'm going to put these springs onto that wire. And I got lucky here, there's actually a tree in the exact position I'm looking for. So I'm just going to put in my little twisty electric fence holders and see what we can do. But the grass has come on here great. Compared to what it was, it's still very poor, don't get me wrong, but there's actually swaths of actual grass. This needs a bit of a topping afterwards as well. This didn't get mulched, so we'll just see how it goes. They'll love it though, because there's not much grass up where they are at the minute. And here we have the finished product. Just these springs here attached to some fencing wire, and these little hooks made here come out, tension your wire again, and there you go. So it's cheap and cheerful. It doesn't look the best, but it does exactly what I needed to do yet again. And here we have it over in the bush here, just into the tree. And the only job I'm going to have, I think, is just to keep this part clear so all the grass and bushes are off the wire. But very happy with that. This may be called a chickshaw when there's chickens in it. What do you call it when there's lambs in it? A Lamborghini? It's been very wet today, so these little lambs don't have any shelter out where they are. So I'm going to leave them in here for a day or two, and then the good weather is coming towards the end of the week. So they'll be happy as Larry outside, but this will just keep some of the rain off their back. It's actually the perfect size, if only I thought of it earlier. I have the bird cages ready. That's going to bring the broilers up to the field. It's about 300 meters up to their new home, and this is hopefully, depending on the weather, it's supposed to stop raining about 4 in the morning. Hopefully this will be their last feed in here, and then out into the field. It is hot in here, loading up them chickens. I'm absolutely sweating. The majority of them in, I'd say 3/4 of them are in. And I'll come back and get the others. I don't want to crowd them in too much as it's quite warm. But they're only going up the road, and a little bit of a breeze on the drive will do them good. That is dusty work. That's nice dry charcoal again, just because the soil is still wet and there's a bit exposed here, so I'm just going to give them that little bit of a barrier for the first day or two against just the wet ground and see how it goes. Again, it's a bit of an experiment. Here we have the kiddies out to see the chickens in their new home. They're all settling in pretty well. They've got plenty of space for the next week or so, I'm sure, and I'll probably have them out here in the next 3 or 4 days. So, and into a bigger pasture. This will just get them used to being outside. What do you think, Olivia? Do you like them? Say hello, Aaron.
Hello.
Will we put you in there with them, Aaron? Would you like to live in there, would you? Yeah? It might attack you. Yeah. Here we have the chickens eating some grit. They actually go through an astonishing amount of grit. I didn't realise. They're onto their second bucket so far. What do you think of the chickens, folks? Aaron likes them, that's about it. So this is the beginning of the first night for these little guys out on pasture. Just getting their nighttime feed. I've got one guy over here in the centre of frame that's kind of wobbling around. I think he's eating too much. But we'll keep an eye on him tomorrow and see how he's doing. But apart from that, they're all doing great, and I hope it stays a bit warm tonight.